Hell yeah.
All right, welcome to another episode of Geek-Men and the Masters of the ThunderNerds. I'm Dustin.
I'm John. You can call me Praetorius.
Yeah. All right, so you were saying you wanted to do a video game review, and that's M.A.S.S.
M.A.S.S. Builder.
Yeah.
This game's been out for a while. It's been out since 2019 in early access.
Okay.
It's one of those games that I play and I feel like this game needs more attention than it gets. Like, this game needs to be like, people need to talk about this game. Because, so it's like I said, I don't know about you. If I had to ask the questions, it's like, do you like big robots?
I do like big robots.
Do you like aliens?
I do.
Do you like aliens being destroyed by big robots?
Yes.
And do you like?
I'm a big fan of those. It's not Mass Effect. They just totally blanked on the name. The big robot. Pacific Rim.
Oh yeah.
Big fan of Pacific Rim.
So, if you're anything like me, anybody else like me, I have hungered for a good Gundam game, Mobile Suit Gundam, for a long time. And I feel like the last good one that I really got, technically, it was a Gundam game, but it was a Warriors Gundam game. And when I say Warriors, you know what that means, right? Like Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors, but instead of the Samurai Warriors or Dynasty Warriors, you picked the Gundam suit from all the different generations of Gundam suits, and then it gave you a level to run around and fight other mobile suits and take out the commanders and everything else. It was Dynasty Warriors, but with mobile suit Gundam characters and mobile suits. And that was PlayStation 2, I think. Maybe PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. Like, it's been that long.
Jeez.
And they just released a couple of like strictly online Gundam games that are free to play. And I'm like, don't give me that garbage.
Don't tease me.
Don't give me this garbage and be like, oh, here's you a Gundam game. And it's like, no, this is not the Gundam game that I or pretty much anybody else really wants. So when you're a Gundam fan, you're like, I want to pilot a big robot around, and I want to go through levels, and I want to blow shit up. I want to, like, at what point do you say, you know what would be really cool? A squad-based shooter with mobile suits. No. Squad-based PvP with mobile suits. No, sorry. That's why it's got mixed reviews on Steam, because nobody wants that shit.
Yeah.
So, M.A.S.S. Builder, like, they're not saying, hey, we're a Gundam game, but they give you the entire tools, the entirety of the tools and pieces and parts and everything you need to make your own Gundam.
Nice.
Like, if I had anything to say about this game, the best part of it is the customization, because everybody loves create a character.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that if you give me a game and you say, if you give me an option of a game and you say, you can play as this character that we've made for you, or you can play as this character that you've made.
Right.
Which hand is more valuable to you? This hand or this hand.
Yeah.
This hand's way more valuable. This character that I created is so much more precious than this one over here.
Right. I was the same way when they gave you the create a character on Soul Calibur 3. I spent so much time designing all the different characters. I designed turtles, I designed Thundercats, and it was just, I had so much fun with that.
And that's what I did for all the wrestling games. That's why I've got Bobby Boucher in my wrestling game, because you guys, it's like, I don't think anybody's ever made him before me. Like, I'm going to make this one and upload it so people can download it and be like, I can play as Bobby Boucher.
Right.
So you earn parts. You earn parts throughout the game. Like, enemies drop them. They drop currency for you to buy, like the little teeny tiny customization parts, but you earn like the main parts, like the hand parts and the forearm parts and head pieces and chest pieces and all that, because technically your suit is just this skeleton. And you put the parts on it, the main parts, and then you can customize it with the smaller little customizing parts, and you can mirror it. Like, you put let's say you put a spike on this side behind the shoulder plate.
Yeah.
You can just tell it to mirror it, and it'll mirror it on the other side.
Okay.
So I was like, let's see if it's been a while since I played this. And like I said, they're still in active development. They just released not too long ago a new patch with new parts. And it's not just designing the suit. Like, you have different weapons that you pick from, and then you can take that weapon and customize that weapon to make it, like, if you got a beam saber, you can make that beam saber look the way you want it to look just by customizing it. So let me see if I can get this thing pulled up in a screen share. Oh, this is gonna be loud. I know it's gonna be loud. All right. So, present, share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Screen sharing is easiest with two monitors. Well, I'm sorry. I don't have two monitors.
Right.
Share screen. Share screen. Share. Can you see that?
Let's see. There we go.
All right, so this is M.A.S.S Builder. Okay, so yes, my company's name is Nipple Hands. That's an inside joke for me and my son. It's been a while, but I can show you the suits. I can show you the combat.
Okay.
You know, it still has.
Ooh.
Yeah. It still has quite a ways to go, as far as like features to add, but yeah, they're called frames. That's what they're called. So I've made each and every one of these, and you can see from this was my very first one. Very basic. Like, I can select it. Very basic. This was just getting the hang of the system. So if I go, like, you can see, like, you can set all those colors, everything else. And if, let's say, like, that's the thruster system that I'm selected on right there. So let's go to it. Let's go to the shoulder pad. Okay. So I go to the shoulder pad. I can go to model. This is all the stuff you can buy that's like little teeny tiny customizables that you can add on there. And you can change the size of them. You change the size, length, width, height, rotation, position where they attach to the armor, and it's full free floating. Like it's not like, oh, you can attach it here or you can attach it here. Like there's no set attach point.
Really? Okay.
It's a free. You can freely move it wherever you want to. So that's not technically. This is what this. So you go here, and you can actually select like your full armor piece. You see, I haven't unlocked everything.
Right.
But let's say I wanted to use that shoulder pad. So I could do that. And then instead of having to go through and select it for the other side, just mirror that bad boy.
Nice.
And then you'd go down here and be like, oh, accessory part. So model, we're on part A. Let's go to primitives. Let's check primitives out. That's a good one. So now you adjust it. As you can see, you've got full-on adjustment of all three axes. Roll, you've got roll, pitch, and yaw for the axes, and the offset scales, which is length, width, height, all that.
Okay.
So I can bring this out to the red right there, bring it up to the blue, and that's the roll of it. Now, and I can bring it back just like that, and I can make it thicker, taller, and then you just turn your screen. It is time consuming, but that's the whole point with.
Yeah.
That's the whole point with super customization.
Right.
So let's say I want to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I've done that, and let's say I put 5 or 6 parts over on this side, because you've got a full 8 of those things. You can add up to 8 customization parts to each armor piece.
Oh goodness.
So I can mirror that again, and bam, it's over yonder. Save myself a little bit of time. Right, so this is my fairly simple first suit that I made.
Right.
Just learning the customization system. I think the only customization I really did on this one was the head fins, because that's not on there. I think I added those.
Okay.
And you can see that's very Gundam-ish.
Very, very much.
So if we back out of here, you can see as I went further down, like you can see my understanding of the customization system got better. Like there's my second one.
Okay.
There's my third one. You see I'm starting to adapt and understand the customization system.
Yeah, so you probably picked up on okay, this weapon works really well, so you want to use that weapon, or
well, the weapons it's really just a skin for each weapon. Is really the best way to explain it. Each weapon is there's a class of weapon. Each class of weapon has the same moveset.
Okay.
So depending on the grip that you pick to make your weapon, that depends on the moveset you get. And there's like 5 different grips for each moveset. And then you just customize that weapon to make it look like you want it.
Okay.
Like I would say this one right here is one of my favorites that I've made. You can actually take these things into photograph mode and get like you can attach your weapons to them.
That looks so cool.
Like, where's yeah? See, that's a look at that.
Love it.
I can change if I want to take pictures of them. And like I can attach my missiles to it, like because you have missiles and stuff that you can Like there's the actual cannons the laser cannons, floating laser cannons that I customized for it. And like that's a pattern. Like you can see the armor.
Yeah.
That's a pattern you can actually apply to anything in here.
Really?
Yeah, you can apply that pattern and then change the color of it, the shininess of it, the opacity of it. Like it's just the customization in and of itself is really like what makes this game. And if you look at this sword that I've made right here, that most of that on there is customization.
Really?
Like the actual main part of the sword that's not customization is the handle with the two little fins, right? Can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
The handle right here, not this part, I added that on there. The handle right here, these two little fins right here, and this are the actual base part of the sword. And then the blade, the only base part of the blade is this little spinning part right here. Everything else I added, like the glowing floating orbs and the spiral and the longer blade. I added that.
Nice.
Just with customization. So like that was my first real like this one was my first real like in-depth one.
Right.
And then I made this samurai one.
That's so cool.
And this is probably my favorite one. If I had to, it's a tie between this one and one other would have to be my absolute favorite ones.
That's sick.
Because I based this one off of like nautical like lionfish. Like it's like a lionfish or a sea urchin. And you just take whatever inspiration you got, just roll with it, and like that's straight up a Gundam.
It really is.
Like that is straight up a Gundam.
Makes me want to build a Gundam.
And that's like I said, it's a tie between that one. That's my newest one I'm working on. That's another, but I'm not finished with it yet. This one.
Nice.
This is the one I made the big old.
Oh, jeez. That is so cool.
Like, see, that's just the amount of customization. Like, a bunch of the stuff on the body of this is actual. Like, I put the wings on the back of it. I put the wings on the shoulder pads and on the head. I put the. Why are you not wanting to zoom? There it is. I put the like the little motors and stuff in his knees like that.
Jeez.
I put the thing on his chest, like that thing right there.
Yeah.
I built that out of customization parts and put that on his chest. And you would think, like that right there, I put that there. And also on his forehead. Like you would think that all of this, like, oh, this stuff won't stay attached, because we all know that in games, you know, collision boxes and this, that, and the other, this stuff won't stay attached to it. They stay attached. They don't float. They don't float away from their attach point.
Jeez, so, that's cool.
Like the people putting time into the ability to just build and customize things.
Yeah, I would get lost in the customization.
I've spent hours. So it's just like you have a level select. Like that's a training level. You have a level select. And it gives you a map. Real short, simple. You know, go here, kill this many enemies, fight a boss, pick up these parts. It's nothing real super. You know, nothing real super complicated. Which is, you know, it's great. I appreciate the simplicity of it.
Yeah. That's so cool.
And there you go. Your waifus are in here too. So if you like waifus, there's waifus in here.
Uh-huh.
It's been a while since I played this. There it is. There's my boost.
Oh man.
And you can switch between your weapons. So I can use my laser gun here, which doesn't actually use any ammo. The ammo for your laser gun replenishes just like, it should. And you can switch between, like, there's my big Gatling cannon. And see, they'll drop stuff. And it'll show you what you picked up, like materials or...
That's very cool.
It's I appreciate it. Like,
I would get lost for sure in just the customization.
and so like you'll pick up, like say you'll pick up extra ammo for your missile pack.
Okay.
You'll pick up extra ammo for your gun. I mean, it's it's just a straight up simple action game.
Yeah.
But the point of it is you create the thing that you're playing with, and to me, that just seems way better than here's this suit we made for you.
Right.
Have fun. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all.
Reminds me very much of like a Devil May Cry type game.
And it doesn't, like, the controls are very responsive. There's no lag in control input.
Nice.
That's my little floating cannons that do that right there. Yeah, so I mean, you get a good look at your suit in action like this.
Yeah. Yeah, the most I could ever do with Soul Calibur is like they didn't have this much. I mean, you got to play a single level, but it wasn't you couldn't play through a storyline or anything like that, obviously. But
and that's the biggest thing about this game that gives it to me is that gets me is somebody out there in this studio really cares about the product that they're delivering.
Right.
Like, it's been in early access since 2019. And they continued. It's not even in version 1 yet. They're at version 0.10 right now.
Jeez.
They've got all this customization and all that already in here now.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine like what the future will bring. And I give them props because Like, if you take this much time and you're not even out of, I imagine it's a small studio. I haven't done my research to see like how many people they have working for them.
Okay.
It might only be a handful of people, but what they've created really catches my eye because just the freedom, and like you said, Soul Calibur, unless you create this and create that, but the creation system on this is absolute freedom.
Right.
To just go nuts. Go nuts. I'm part
That's
of a
awesome.
Discord server where people put their creations up. There are people in there because you can actually forego picking like let's say you don't want to pick armor parts, like you don't want to pick base armor parts.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to. You can just delete the base armor part off the skeleton and use those customization parts to build your own armor from scratch.
Jeez.
And there's people that they make some of the crazy. I say there's a person in that Discord server that all they do is make transformers.
Really?
Yes, they make transformers. That's all they do. Every single one they upload is a transformer, and it's an actual transformer, colored, looks exactly like them, everything.
Really?
Yes.
So you could are you saying those are available to play as well?
Well, I don't know if you could share them.
Okay.
I don't think there's a way people can share yet. If there is, I don't know about it.
Okay.
But they'll just like, here, this is what I created. Y'all look at it and tell me what you think. And then everybody will just like, oh, I like that. Tips, how you can make it better. It's actually a very good community.
Nice.
And yeah, this is not an expensive game. I think it's $20.
Huh. Okay.
And it's only for PC. So, I'm sorry, console gamers. It is a PC exclusive game. But if you're a PC gamer and you want to build a giant robot and blow stuff up and fight aliens.
Yeah.
And, create your own Gundam, your own Transformer, your own use whatever. Like you can just go nuts with the creation tools that are available to you and have at it.
Yeah. Man, that looks insane.
Like this is one level. It's taking me a little bit, but like it's not super complicated. Like go here, do this, do that. I think I'm going to a boss fight now, and I think it's a boss mobile suit or a boss. I'm sorry, a M.A.S.S. It's a I can't say mobile suit because it's not Mobile Suit Gundam, but it's it's an enemy mech basically.
Right.
See, this waifu is talking to me and telling me about it. And I'll show you how none of the customization you do, none of the actual visual customization that you do affects the strength or defense of your suit.
Oh, okay.
So you are free to just make your suit look exactly the way you want it to. And that has no effect on your speed, on your power, on any of that. I'll show you that system in a minute.
Okay.
And like you'll see how the little grid shaped things over here look like a tic-tac-toe grid. That's telling me I picked up pieces of a suit part.
Oh, okay.
Things are getting dangerous. Yeah, see, there's the boss right there. I think that's him.
Nice.
It's like then it'll pop up and it'll show you like I could skip the mission results, but like okay. Blueprints 53. Is that not the button I'm supposed to press? There it is. And it's going to say like credits. That's what you use to buy the little customization parts.
Okay.
And this is each time you get a percentage of a part, you get it up to 100%, you unlock the part for purchase.
Okay.
And then there's all your, materials for, I think that goes into the system I'm about to show you. So like, let's say your, all your strength and abilities are in development. And you have this huge tree. I mean, it's huge. Yeah, Waifu's talking. Okay. I don't care. Okay, so you have all these, like you have an engine development tree, an operating system development tree, and an architect development tree.
Okay.
And I'm trying to move it to show you the size of the tree. But
Whoa.
Yeah, this is the size of the development tree.
Holy crap.
And this is just for the engine. So see this one right here gives me power plus 39, a magazine load plus 36, and energy capacity of 27. These are small ones. They're passive.
Okay.
This is an active. Well, they're active and passive, but they just give smaller effects. The smaller ones do. The bigger ones, like say that's durability of 5,141, a power of 1,010, armor of 928, and acceleration of 50.
Okay.
So you unlock these and you pick which ones you want to use. So there's your operating system, like shield 1835, shield fuel burn rate, shield recover, accuracy, all this. This is what your actual strength of your suits is.
Wow.
So your customization and your actual build and strength of your suit are completely separate from each other.
Like, that is cool.
Look at this one.
Jeez.
Like this is huge. This tree is huge. This is the architect development tree.
Goodness.
So when you're in development, that's what lets you unlock all that. Well, to do that, you would go to tuning. Anything you unlock in there, you go to tuning. So all that stuff that I've unlocked, you put it in these parts right here.
Okay.
And that's what, so this becomes, all these things right here become this over here.
Okay.
My stats.
Uh-huh.
So my, a durability of 15,445. That has to do with all this, and you equip things from each tree, like the operating system tree, things you unlock, you put them here. Architect tree, things that you unlock, you put them here. Your engine tree, you put them here. And it all adds up to these numbers over here.
Okay.
And once you unlock them with one suit, they're unlocked for every suit.
Ooh, nice.
So you don't have to go back and redo it for another suit.
Okay.
So, like it just means it gives you the freedom to say, I want my suit to look like this.
Right.
Because none of the parts that you use for the the customization matter.
Okay.
It's just what you want to look like. So you are free to just go nuts with the parts that you're given and the color palettes and the material. Do I want to make it shiny like metal? Do I want to make it matte like it's fiberglass, like carbon fiber, fiberglass?
Right.
Whatever. How do I want this to look? You do it that way. You adjust the parameters to make that color palette look like what you want to do, and just apply it to the piece of armor. And whatever the piece of armor is, it has different places. Like, you don't just color a whole piece of armor white unless you want a whole piece of armor white. It actually has sections on the piece of armor to select and say, well, I want this part white, but I want this part green.
Oh, wow.
I want this part blue, but I want this part over here to be purple. And I want this blue part to be matte blue, but I want this purple part to be metallic, shiny purple. So you can actually mix and match. You can mix and match your customizations. And as far as, like, when I say you customize your weapons, like, you customize your weapons.
Right.
Because this is the weapon customization screen.
Good.
That's the sword.
I love it.
So I built that sword. I built it from a basic sword model that was already there, and then I just added the other parts to it.
Yeah.
And you get you get 8 different sword slots. If you want to customize 8 separate weapons or swords for one unit, you can do that. Like, there's a shield.
That's insane.
There's my Gatling cannon. And there's my laser gun. My laser rifle.
Nice.
Or energy shooter, what it's called on here. And there's one of my missile pods, and there's my other missile pod, and there's my little floating cannons. And I'll show you this samurai one since you liked it, because I could go through and I could be here all day showing things about this cannon. just the amount of customization.
Yeah.
Like, say, a straight up build a katana. Look at that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And this is I think this is that's like a grenade launcher kind of.
Ooh.
So if you want to, and like I said, each weapon, depending on the grip you pick, has a different attack pattern or a different combo set. It's a different move set, basically.
Okay.
So, like, if you pick claws, because there's an actual handle on there where you can make claws, like Wolverine claws, where they would be like beam claws if you wanted them to be beam claws.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, say, there's my laser gun. There's my big cannon. There's my missile pods.
That is awesome.
So, like let's say like, you like your suit you built, right?
Yeah.
And you want a really, really cool, just kick-ass background screen for your computer. You just go on right here and you say, where's this at? Where am I looking at? Backgrounds. and the lighting actually changes depending on the background. Because I think there's one in here that's actual space. But yeah, you can sit there, you can do this and have your background screen. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And it changes the lighting. And then you just
Space Samurai.
Take photo.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a really great concept that somebody that really cares about their product. And that's the thing, is I play this game and I look at the customization and I look at what you can create and all that, and I'm like, somebody really put some love into this.
No kidding.
Well, look at that. I made this one with a freaking mace.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like, and then a big old. Because see, this weapon here is gonna have an entirely different moveset than this one.
Right.
Because it's a different grip. It's a different weapon. But any sword is the thing is, any sword's gonna have the same moveset as every other sword like that.
Okay.
But this is gonna have the same moveset as the one that I played through the level.
Right.
Because see, this is my paladin body. He's got the crosses on his shoulder, and his armor looks like it's made out of cloth in some spots and everything else.
I love it.
Look, the little bots look like little winged,
like angel type things.
Yeah. And then where's my big cannon? That's what I was wanting to look at. Oh yeah.
Oh jeez.
So like just, it's the customization that really sets this game apart. And I feel like if you got a PC and you like big robots and you like just the thought of building your own say even put a hood over it so you couldn't see his eyes real good.
Oh man.
Just building your own giant robot to just fight aliens and stuff with, like, it's $20, bro. $20.
That's awesome.
I piss away $20 on a regular basis on shit that I don't even realize that I bought. You go to work every week and you buy a drink out of the machine and you buy a snack and this, that, and the other. You've gone through $20 in about 2 days.
Right.
2 or 3 days. It's $20. Support these people. Support this game. Go buy this game. Okay, if they've got, I don't know if they've got a Kickstarter or they've got any kind of like place you can actually go support their work. But if there's a place, I would gladly throw them some bones and be like, continue, because what we all get the same games every year. You get the same, and don't get me wrong, I like Call of Duty, I play it, but you get the same Call of Duty every year with just a little updated this or updated that. I like my wrestling games. You get the same wrestling game every year, just with a little bit of updated this or a little bit of updated that. You get you get that same game every year. You get the same basketball game, the same football game. It's just, instead of 22, now it's 23.
Right.
Just updated. And it's a refreshing thing to look, to stop looking at these massive video game developers that's like, dude, bro, you've got all the money in the world.
Right. Why can't someone else do it?
Why can you not take what people actually want, take a brand new idea and be like, I want y'all to do this. You're my developers, you're my coders, You're my model creators. You're this, you're that. I want you to do this. This is what I want.
Right.
Instead of, well, here's a bunch. This game right here has no microtransactions. None. No, not a single microtransaction. And that, granted, they're not finished yet. They're still in early access. But I mean, you know, I love some of the things Rockstar does, but Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Online was still in early access for online, or still in beta online, and they were like, here's a cash shop. I was like, bro, you ain't even finished. You haven't even finished and come out of beta yet. And you got a cash shop already. And it's a refreshing thing to see somebody take a game and go take an idea for a game and be like, man, I've always wanted to build a giant robot.
Yeah.
And when they do, it's like, you know, yeah, we can build a giant robot, but what makes it any different than anything else? And it's like, man.
Yeah, I popped a link in there for anyone that's interested.
Yeah, this was my death bot because I gave him a big old scythe and everything.
That is sick.
Yeah, it's just the amount of customization. Just
kidding.
If you've got an idea for a giant robot, you can build it. I don't want to hear people say, well, what if I can't find the part? You can make the part.
Right.
You can make it.
Huh.
You can make it. Like, I don't want to hear that, because you can literally sit down with the tools available to you here and find some way to make it.
Yeah. You know, it feels so overwhelming, just the prospects.
I mean,
so cool.
Look at that. Look at that axe.
Oh. Jeez.
Like the amount of things that it's one little part here, one little part here. You know, make it bigger, make it smaller, mirror it on the other side. Okay, now paint it. And you're like, when you're done, you're like, I made that. It's mine. I made that. And they're putting multiplayer is in here. So you can play multiplayer and see somebody else in a suit that they meticulously crafted by themselves. And you'll see a suit and you'll be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that? And then somebody else will come along and you'll be like, that's fucking cool. I should have thought about that too.
Right.
Like, just because of the amount of customization, if you play a multiplayer, I don't know if they have matchmaking in here because I've never tried to play multiplayer in this game. I don't know if they have matchmaking. They should have matchmaking, because if that's one thing I say, is like, you should have matchmaking for co-op and PvP and this, that, and the other, and not just, I have to invite somebody to the game. Like, this game, if they don't have matchmaking, they need matchmaking. Yeah. I just haven't tried it yet. That's the one part of this game I haven't tried is multiplayer since they put it in.
Nice.
Because you imagine, you know, you're fighting you said, I'm going to do a multiplayer match, and then Optimus Prime just steps out. Because somebody would do it. Somebody can do it, and they would do it.
Yeah.
Or Gundam Wing shows up because somebody took the time to make a Gundam Wing, or Gundam Wing Zero, or Gundam Death Scythe. I just showed you there's a scythe. You can make a Gundam Death Scythe if you want to. Which, by the way, was my favorite mobile suit.
Yeah.
Next to what was that guy's name? The one with the mask, the purple, the like maroon colored one with the like whips. What was that thing called? It had like the wings. It was like maroon colored.
Oh, I have no idea.
I think the character's name was Zex, and that was my other favorite one.
Nice.
It's been so long since I have seen that.
Yeah.
Epion, Gundam Epion. Yeah, the Epion. That was my other favorite suit from that show.
Nice.
But yeah, you just it just blowed. I got in here and I started playing with it when I first got it, and I was like, man, it was overwhelming. Like you said, like it was overwhelming. But as you start to learn how to do it,
yeah,
if you just don't focus on the whole picture,
right,
you
you have to
focus
zoom
on
in.
like you look at it like that right there.
Yeah,
Like you look at that right there. Like each one of those plates is an individual plate on an armor piece.
jeez.
But if you just look at it as one armor piece at a time instead of
Right,
a whole suit, then it's not so overwhelming.
right.
Because each one of those pieces, if it's on one side, it can be mirrored to the other side.
Right.
So those shoulder pads, those shoulder pieces can be mirrored to the other side.
Right.
If you put something on one side of its head and you want the other side of the head to be exactly the same, you can copy that part to another one of those part locations and then mirror it to the part you copied it from, and it'll just put it on the other side.
Right.
So they give you the tools to make it easier on yourself. It looks very overwhelming when you come into it at first,
Yeah.
but if you're willing to sit down and just be like, well, I can do this or I can do that, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think you have to basically start with an idea, like, okay, I want something to look like this. Like, say you want to start with, I want to build the Megazord.
Yeah.
So you sit down and you figure out all the little pieces and stuff to make up for it.
And you just start with, since she's going to do a Megazord, it's going to have a different colored arms and different colored legs.
Right.
You just build that one arm first.
Yeah.
Let's say, well, I'm going to build the one arm first and color it.
Right.
And then you go to the other arm and say, I'm going to build the other arm and I'm going to color it.
Yep.
You just break it down into those pieces, and there you go. And it's not as overwhelming as you think it is. Once you break it down into that, it's not as overwhelming as it seems.
So I saw that there was an import option in there. Are you able to export and import other people's mechs and stuff?
I don't know.
That would be something interesting to see.
Let's just check it out right quick. If I go to frames, empty slot, build mass, there's your basic mass unit right there.
Okay.
Import data. Oh no, you can pick your own. Cannot import data in same slot. No, you can pick from your own things.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because I don't think you can download other people's stuff.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But that's your basic suit. That's what you start with.
Huh.
And you go in and armors. Like each one of these parts right here. Like you can see what it selects.
Yeah.
Like that's a full on. This is the skeleton. That's like bam. Let's go random armors. Random armors. Why is it not doing anything?
You broke it.
Anyways, so like this is face plates. You can just build a basic bitch robot just with this. And all I'm doing is changing a few things.
Yeah.
And if you just wanted to play the game like this,
yeah,
and just do it. You just make stuff like this and not go all crazy. You could, but you're also handicapping yourself to. You're handicapping yourself when you've got so much available.
No kidding.
You have so much available to you that you would be handicapping yourself to not play around with the customizations.
Right. I really dig this.
It's great, man. It's one of these things. It's like why this should really have more talk. Somebody should be like, this should constantly be put in front of people's faces and be like, if you care about the future of gaming, like demand that big companies with all the millions of dollars and everything, the billions of dollars that they have, like put some work in.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I honestly don't know why every game doesn't have a customization type thing.
I mean, those are my favorite games. Any game that lets me customize something or create something of my own, automatically gets higher marks from me.
Yeah, I would agree.
And when they give me all this in this game, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I spent hours when I first got this going, just going through here.
Yeah.
Like, see, you even customize the hand plate. Like it's full on, and like you can put 6 parts. You can put 8 customization parts, 8 little model parts on that little thing right there if you want to.
Jeez.
And like I said, if you build that hand and you want it to look the same as the other hand, I could have built that hand with all 8 customization parts and then just clicked mirror, and it would have mirrored it to the other side.
Wow.
So it cuts your time in half.
Yeah.
Just to do that. Mirror. Knee joints. Like every piece of armor. And when I say every piece of armor that's on this thing's body can be changed to one of these base units where you customize every piece. Like you've seen this go from a basic frame to what I'm making it right now.
Right.
And this is the simple part. Like this is the simple part. This is and like that's the little joints around the ankle right there. That's not even the foot. This is the foot parts right here. And this was a basic build.
Yeah.
You just watched me do. It was that it didn't take very long.
No.
Well, I didn't mean to back out. But see, it's a completely different suit now than what it was.
For sure.
And that's just the basic. That's just as basic as it gets. That's without weapons, customized or anything else. That's just a basic suit, no extra armor parts, anything. That's the easy part. It's when you start breaking things down. And the way I always do it is if I'm going to put a shoulder pad on, when I first apply that shoulder piece on one side, I customize it right then.
Yeah.
I put the parts on it, the extra parts on it that I want, and then I just mirror it over to the other side and I'm done.
Right.
That way I don't have to be like, oh, what am I going to do with it now that I put it together?
Right. That makes sense.
So yeah, it's I feel like it's like you can't. It's your own Gundam game,
right?
I mean, you can't. I can't technically sit here and say, "Oh, this is Gundam," because it's not
Right.
Gundam. It's
Right.
mass unit,
Yeah.
mass frame. You know, but you want to build one that looks like your favorite Gundam, build it.
Right.
You want to build your own thing that looks like a Gundam, build it. You want to build a
Yeah.
transformer, build it. You just
Have
got to
at it,
go in.
you know?
You just got to go in and get the currency from the enemies, pick up the parts. I mean,
So I mean, it's a little grindy to start with, but
yeah, you have to play through some of those levels a couple times.
yeah,
And some of those parts drop consecutively across different levels. So it's not like you have to play that one level to get that part.
right.
There's only a handful of parts that it's like, no, you have to play this level to get this part. It's a rare drop. And it's just you pick up enough of the components to build the whole part, and you're like, well, now I can use that part. I'm gonna buy it.
Right.
And once you buy it, like once it's bought, that's it. You don't have to buy it again. They don't make you do it for every single suit. Once you've unlocked all of it, it's unlocked.
Nice.
And even the same with those little customized the little armor parts, the little pieces. Once you buy them, once you buy them with your currency, they're unlocked.
Now, what is the currency like? Do you ever have to put in like real dollars to buy parts, or can you do it all in game?
It's all in game. There is no currency exchange to. There's no Fortnite V-Bucks or COD points or any of that. You have to go in the shop and be like, I sure would love to have this skin. I guess I better buy some COD points.
Right.
I guess I better buy some V-Bucks, or I guess I better buy a shark card so I can buy this car in GTA, or I guess I better buy some gold bars so I can buy this hat that I want Red Dead.
Right.
There's none of that. It's
nice.
You earn that currency in game as you go. And like I said, the levels aren't very long. So it's really, the real thing about it is you build a robot and you go in these levels and you break shit. you shoot stuff, you shoot aliens, you fight other suits. Like it's fun.
Right.
And then every time you create a new suit and you put it in there, and you're like, yeah, it's the same level, but it's a new suit.
Right.
It's your own suit. It's your own little mobile suit, your own little M.A.S.S unit. Like your own little mech. Like you made it. You customized it. Which is what's really cool to me is if they've got multiplayer in there and they've got matchmaking, which you should, if you're gonna have something like that, you can see everybody's artistic style at all times. Right. You're gonna see people show up and be like, you're gonna look at somebody's suit and be like, I never thought about doing that right there. That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of an old game that I played a long time ago called Spore.
Okay.
And Spore was an evolution simulator, basically. And you took yourself from a single-celled organism, and you earned points as you grew. So you started adding more like little body parts to yourself till you grew up and came out of the water and grew legs, and then you started making your creature with parts that you collected from DNA points and stuff. It reminds me of that, but with giant fucking robots. I feel like it's if I pull it up on Steam here, it has a very positive. So 88% of the reviews, 89% of the 3,103 user reviews for this game are positive.
Nice.
I would give this an 89 to a 90% rating.
Nice.
Myself, I would give it just for the customization options.
Right.
Just for the amount of creativity that you you are allowed to just roll with. 100%.
Yeah.
That's my rating for this game. I would agree with that 89 to 90% rating at any point in time.
Nice.
If you want to spend, okay, it's $24.99. It's $24.99. It's $24.
Yeah.
Like I said, I piss away more money than that during a week on shit that I probably don't even need. Like I'm at work. Would you like a candy bar? Of course I would. So let me go get a candy bar. I don't need that candy bar. I'd give these people money. I already have given them money. That's why I have game, and I have our good buddy Zach has this has this thought process. If you can get $1 an hour or an hour per dollar that you spend on a game, you get your money's worth out of it.
Right.
So if you spend $60 on a game and you get 60 hours out of it, you feel like you got your money worth.
Right.
Well, this is a $25 game, and I have 56 hours in it so far.
Yeah, I can totally see why.
Yeah, if you got a PC and you got a Steam account and you want to build your own robot, build your own mobile suit, you want to build a mobile suit, you want to build a mech, you want to build a Power Ranger vehicle, you want to build a Transformer, whatever you want to build on it, you want to take it out and fight aliens and other mech suits with it.
Right.
Man, nobody's stopping you. There's nothing in this game that says, no, these parts don't fit together or this part doesn't snap to that part. They do not cap your creativity in any way, shape, or form.
Nice.
I would 100% agree with an 85 to 90% rating, even in early access.
Yeah.
100%. That's hands down. That's 2 thumbs up. Like, it's been out since 2019. I feel like somebody needs to pay that game some attention more than
right. Yeah, well, here's your chance. Go do it.
Go do it. Mass Builder on Steam, $25.
Yep.
Worth every penny. It's not taxing on your PC, so you don't have to have the greatest PC in the world to play it.
Right.
I think if I look at the system requirements, an Intel Core i5 or better,
okay.
8 gigabytes of RAM, a GeForce GTX 1050 or a AMD Radeon RX 560, and it only takes 3 gigabytes of storage. 3 gig.
It's not bad.
So there's a you can't argue with that.
Yeah.
It is a Unreal Development Grants recipient because it's made with the Unreal Engine.
Nice.
It's a GDWC 2019 winner pro category and a Taipei Game Show 2022 finalist indie category.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So go get it.
Go get it. Go pick it up. I recommend 100%. If you like building things and you like making things, you like taking them out for a spin after you, because you just literally what it is. You put it together, you build it, you take it out for a spin.
Heck yeah, man.
It's worth it. Every penny.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I know I want to buy it. I can't right now, but I plan on it.
It's good, man. Jimmy's got it on his Bo's got it on his wish list after I told him about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I showed it to him. It's like I said, you'll get lost in it. You'll get lost. You'll get lost. You'll get lost on one shoulder pad.
Yeah. Just the possibilities of what you can do. That sounds awesome.
Oh, it's 100% worth the money. Because you're not paying $70 for an unfinished game like people do nowadays.
Yeah.
Where you buy a game, for $70, and then you get it home and something about it don't work right. So you have to wait for a day one patch. And you get that day one patch, and then 2 weeks later they're like, "Oh, we need to update something again because it's out of balance," or "Oh, we got a bug fix we need to do because we didn't get to it." Oh, so it's a multiplayer game. We found out people are using this cheat or this exploit that we didn't know was there. So now we've got to go through and try to find out which people used it for malicious intent so we can ban them, and then we've got to patch it out and this, that, and the other and everything else. It's like, if you miss the days of buying a game and just coming home and playing a game like me, it's nice to get a game that, even though they're in development and they have bug fixes and this, that, and the other, nobody's going to come along and say, "You know what? I don't think you should be able to use those wing parts on shoulder pads. I don't think you should be able to use those parts on their head or this, that, and the other, because it doesn't fit my vision." Their vision is, here's all these parts.
Have fun.
Yeah. Build what you want. And it's a build your own giant robot game.
Heck yeah.
I'm all for it.
Heck yeah, man. All right.
So there you go. Go pick it up. Mass Builder, $25.
Yeah, I'll have the link in the description too. So if anyone's watching this later, you can check that out and have at it.
Once again, I'm John.
I'm Dustin.
You're Geek-Men and Masters of the ThunderNerds video game and wrestling nerd.
Yeah.
And that's Dustin. That's Dustin.
All right. We'll see you later.
Yep. Have a good one, fellas.
Yep.